Welcome back, everyone. It is Sunday, March 23rd in the NBA. My three best plays are on the way. If you are new, my name is Austin from Calling Our Shot. Thank you for tuning in on a Sunday. Let's, of course, dive into how we did on Saturday, and not our best day for reads. We went 1-2 overall. We cashed Tyrese Halliburton's under in points, a little sweaty, but we cashed that one. Giannis, our bigger play of the day, over 6.5, and laddered him up to 10 plus assists. He just bad read there. He only ended with 3 assists. Can't really blame him. His teammates kind of sucked last night. Somehow they won, but I think that was more so the Kings being bad. Then our VIP play, Kobe White, he could not miss yesterday. One of my worst unders I feel like we've had this season. As you see, we're hitting 70% on the unders. Yesterday was not the case. We got Halliburton, lost Kobe White. It is what it is. Today's exclusive play is an under in 3-pointers, and you guys know how well we've done on those this season. So if you want that, you can join the DubClub 2-week free trial down below. You can also become a YouTube member. You have to join the COS Hall of Famer membership. Pretty clear which one is which. Now, I do want to note, although yesterday we went 1-2, we did make a little bit of our money back with our Betr slip. We cashed all 4 legs: Tyrese, Dyson Daniels, Torian Prince, and Josh Giddey. Now, those bottom 3 were all 3 other plays that I really looked at. Ended up not playing them officially, but they all hit on the Betr slip, turned $20 into $200. So not too shabby. A reminder, you can sign up for Betr using my code SHOT, SHOT. And you get a $250 entry match, and you'll get the Zion free pick, as well as some other things to take advantage of at the end of the video. Again, we will have a Betr slip trying to turn $20 into $200, and includes a couple other plays I looked at, but not going to pull the trigger on as official 1-unit plays. But hey, if they all want to smack, it'll help us make some money. Let's dive into the 3 picks today. Again, thank you for tuning in on a Sunday. If you can do me a favor, go down below, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Typically on Sundays are our least viewed NBA videos, and normally the less views, the better the picks. I don't make the rules. It's just how it tends to turn out. It works all the time in the MLB and the NBA and stuff like that. So let's hope that leads to a big day for us. We'll begin with our first under of the day. Our next 2 picks will be overs after this one. Alperen Sengun, I like his under 10.5 rebounds, -115 on BetMGM, a 1-unit play. We all know he plays for the Houston Rockets. Now tonight, the Rockets are at home taking on the Denver Nuggets. Now, important injury news here. The Rockets, pretty healthy. Only guy that's on the injury report is Reed Shepard, and he doesn't play. Everyone else in the lineup. On the Nuggets side, we know Nikola Jokic, the reigning, 3-time MVP, is out. So they will need to fill in a new lineup. And what we've been seeing from them, assuming the rest of the Nuggets play, there's a chance they rest some guys. They do play tomorrow, but all the guys they listed are probable. The Nuggets lineup should be tonight: Russell Westbrook, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Michael Porter Jr., and Aaron Gordon. So you have 5 guards / wings, and that's where I could see Alperen Sengun running into a little bit of trouble. Now, there's one side of the equation where you're like, Austin, Sengun is the only guy that's 7 feet out there. He's going to destroy them on the boards. But there's also another way where we say Alperen Sengun gets played off the floor. They don't want him to go out there and guard Aaron Gordon or Michael Porter Jr., maybe Russell Westbrook. And I don't think I'd want him to guard Russell Westbrook either. And Sengun, we'll see him have to go on the perimeter, which should have to limit his rebound chances. But also, we should see him maybe get played off the floor. We think about the Rockets side of the equation. We have Van Vliet, Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr. comes off the bench. Tari Eason comes off the bench. Amen Thompson. We have, who else is in their lineup? Dylan Brooks. So we have about 6 guys in there, wings and guards, that are pretty good, and you can play them interchangeably. Like Jabari Smith Jr. can play them at the 5. I don't know if they need Sengun out there a ton. Now let's dive back into PropsMadness, and I'll kind of talk about Sengun. He's been really good recently. He's been going over this line pretty consistently. Did end on the hook in the most recent game. But again, a lot of these games playing a lot of minutes in great matchups. Like here, it doesn't play a ton, but they win by 37, and it's Dallas. The Bulls plays a lot of minutes. But again, a lot of these games are without Amen Thompson, who is, again, returned in their last game, but he still played 34 minutes. However, we've seen head-to-head wise, I don't really want to look at these numbers a ton. 9 rebounds versus them earlier this year. Last year was under 3 or 4. But let's keep in mind, that was with Nikola Jokic. So don't really read into those numbers a ton. Now, I did do some data. The last 3 games, we've seen Nikola Jokic miss. In fact, the only player that has had more than 15 rebound chances against the Nuggets was Denny Avdija, a guard. So I don't see Alperen Sengun getting a ton of rebound chances. Like I said, last 3 games, only one player has had more than 15. So if you look at Mr. Sengun and you look at when he gets 15 or fewer rebound chances, he's under in nearly every single game, 10 of 11. Even if he got to 18, which would be the most anyone has seen over the last 3 games without Jokic playing, still under an overwhelming percentage of the game. So again, I don't see this as a big spot for Sengun. He can score his points, but he's going to be pulled out to the perimeter. And there's a chance if the Nuggets get up early, who they're coming off a game they didn't play well in, we could see them maybe bench Alperen Sengun and go towards more of a smaller ball lineup where you see the lineup out in the forward be like Van Vliet, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Tari Eason, or Men Thompson, and Jabari Smith Jr. at the 5. I think that's the better lineup for them tonight. So either way, I think he goes under. I'll take his under 10.5 rebounds. My next two plays, we have one in a late night game, one in the earliest game on the slate. So stick around for that one. Next one is Chet Holmgren. I like his over 17.5 points plus assists, minus 125 on DraftKings. Now, something weird going on with DraftKings. They don't have a Chet line listed for his regular points plus assist line. But if you go into like the combo tab, they have a way to take him at 18, 20, 22 and stuff like that. So since we're on the over, you can take it there. If you're trying to fade him on DraftKings, you can't really do that. So either way, I really like Chet. Now I know there's people on FanDuel that are going to say, Austin, I only have a points line. They aren't giving us a points plus assist line. To which I say, one, try to line chop and go to a different book. And two, I like his points line, but I do want to hesitate and really emphasize, in my opinion, the importance to take the over in assists. And we'll add in the assist there. Now, his regular line's at 15.5, and I think he could score 18 plus points, and we don't even need any assists. But this has been a good matchup for him assist-wise. Now, I do want to start with this game first. Oklahoma City on the road taking on the Clippers. OKC only 3-point favorites. They'll be down Jalen Williams. So you're going to see some more usage have to go to the other guys. And this could be a tight game, which the Thunder have not been in a lot of tight games. But I first actually want to start with the assists and why I'm tacking on those for Chet Holmgren. I think it's a solid assist spot. If you want to go for a ladder on his assists, I wouldn't call you crazy, but I really do think this is a great spot. A reminder, we're back on PropsMadness. Use code COS, 25% off your purchase. Now, let's start with Chet, and we'll look at his assists. Now, assist-wise on the season, a little bit weird, but let's look at head-to-head-wise. Earlier this season, November 2nd, 4 assists in 29 minutes against him, 7 potential. Last year, you saw in the games against Clippers, 7, 5, and 3 assists. So again, been a good spot for the assists, and I could see him being needed to play make a little bit more for his teammates. But more than likely, we're going to need points. You saw last year versus the Clippers, 30, 13, and 20 points plus assists. Went over his points line in the 2 games. He went over the points and assist line. This year, he did finish short, though. 14, only played 29 minutes. No Isaiah Hartenstein in there, but he shot 3 for 9. And like I said, only played 29 minutes. He didn't really have to do a ton in that game. I think this is a game that they need him. And like I said, Jalen Williams is going to be out. That's very important because we think about this lineup. They don't really have a lot of scoring outside of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So you should see Mr. Chet have to pick up some usage. We've seen in the 4 games without Jalen Williams. He's at 25, 19, 20, and 15. But again, look at these games. This game, he played well. He got 34 minutes. Next game, they won by 16. He was defended by Giannis, still went over the line. But again, defended by Giannis, only 9 shots there. This game, he only plays 23 minutes. Obviously comes through. And then last game played 35 minutes. Didn't come through because, not 35 minutes, 28 minutes because they won by 35. So I look at this as a good spot where we're going to need his usage. And we look at this usage rate. You see 22.2%, only 15, but that was, again, Giannis defending him. Then this game, 25 and 21. So he's been seeing a good amount of usage. And you see this season when he has a 20% usage rate, we're looking at a guy over an 8 of 15 games. But again, he's had a lot of games in here where he didn't play a lot of minutes. When he gets 25 or more minutes plus 20% usage, over in 7 of 11. If he doesn't get 25 minutes tonight, something went wrong. And then if you go back to last year when he's getting the same exact, 25 minutes and the usage at, 20%, give or take, over in 17 of 24 games. So again, I'm not saying he's limited to 20% usage or 25 minutes. I think there's honestly a realistic chance that you see him, if this game is close, like the spread indicates, he sees upwards of 30 minutes. Last year when he saw 30 plus minutes, over in 14 of 24, not the best hit rate, but still above average this year, 30 plus minutes. We're looking at a guy over in 5 of 8 such games. So again, I think this game's tight. If it's tight, I know SGA is going to get his, but eventually if SGA is cooking the heck out of them, they're going to have to switch and do some different things. They've been a pretty good spot up defense, but I can see Chet playing a lot with that second unit against the undersized, whatever, who the heck they're starting at center for the second unit. Maybe that's Ben Simmons for the Clippers. I see him having to be needed to shoot the basketball today. And so I really think this is a good spot to back him. I don't see a great matchup for his teammates. Wouldn't also shock me if Chet Holmgren starts today at the 5 and Isaiah Hartenstein moves to the bench. Wouldn't surprise me a ton there. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I do think Chet Holmgren's in for a pretty good game. Give me his over 17.5 points plus assists. Like I said, points is the regular line you'd want to go with, but I do think there's some value in the assist, as we already showed in his matchups previously against the Clippers. Final play of the day, as I said, there will be another play already posted to the DubClub. There's a 14-day free trial. It's my biggest play of the day, 1.5 units. It is an under and 3-pointers. I encourage you to go check it out. 2-week free trial. You can join the DubClub for 14 days. If you don't like it, we don't give you enough winners, you can leave it. No harm, no foul. Final play of the day, Malik Beasley over 3.5 made threes. Now, by the time you're watching this, there's a chance this game has already started. It starts at, I think, 3 p.m. Eastern. And there's a chance Malik Beasley has made us look smart with 4 threes. Or there's a chance he's bricking every single shot. Normally, when I take an over in threes, that's the case. And if this doesn't hit and he shoots 10 plus threes, you might not see me take another over in threes. My last one, wasn't it LaMelo Ball? Went 3 for 11 from 3. Malik, I'm saying a prayer to you right now. Just shoot your normal percentages. I'm not asking you to go 4 for 4. I'm asking you to just shoot normal, maybe a smidge below normal. I'll allow, not catastrophically bad. I really like Malik Beasley over 3.5 made threes, minus 128 on FanDuel. Now, the big thing to note here for the Pistons is they are at home taking on the Pelicans. Now, the Pelicans, over the last whole season, they are giving up the second most threes, second most catch and shoot threes, second most catch and shoot 3-point attempts. They get destroyed from the 3-point line. And I don't expect that to get any better now that Trey Murphy is out. On the flip side, you have Tim Hardaway Jr. out for the Pistons. And without Tim Hardaway Jr. in there, they don't have a lot of shooting, to be honest. And coming in to the starting lineup is actually going to be probably Malik Beasley. I don't care if he starts or not. He still hits this line regardless, but I think he will start. And hopefully that leads to Cade Cunningham helping set him up a little bit more. Now, let's talk about Malik Beasley. And I play this about minus 140, minus 145. And then I probably look at his points line. Let's start with Malik, and we'll first go to how he's been doing this season. And you could take his points without like 18.5. That's a tad too high for me. But let's start with his threes, and we'll begin here. You look at Malik Beasley. He's been pretty good. Books have been moving and grooving up to minus 160. That might be a tad high for me, honestly, now that they moved it up. Still like that FanDuel line at minus 150. But again, I really like Malik Beasley. You can throw on your parlay leg if you want like Cavaliers money line. They ain't losing the Jazz. Let's talk about Malik. Now on the season, he's over in 15 of his last 24. Now I really want to highlight what happens when a starter misses time. Tobias Harris, I'll use him for example. He just missed a couple games earlier on in March. Malik Beasley came into the starting lineup. Let's keep in mind, Tim Hardaway Jr. was still playing in those lineups. Now, win those 2 games, we saw him attempt 14 threes, only made 3 of them. That's probably what happens today. I'm going to be in shambles if that happens. And then 4 on 10 threes against the Clippers. I don't actually think he attempted he didn't make a single 3 in the first half in that game. But again, we look at this game, Jazz. Very similar matchup to the New Orleans Pelicans. They give up a ton of threes. We look at the Pelicans, 26th on above the break threes, 28th for spot up, 29th in transition. They stink at defense. They just like to pack the paint, and Malik Beasley will get open opportunities. Now, what happened head-to-head wise? Say, Austin, he went under. What happened? Probably what happens today. He went 3 for 12. I mean, look, if you give me 12 threes from Malik Beasley, who's been one of the best shooters in the NBA this season, I will live with it. But again, you saw that 24 minutes. They won by 50 points nearly, and he got 12 threes up. That goes to show you, and that was with Tim Hardaway Jr. Goes to show you this is a good matchup for Malik Beasley. We just need him to shoot the threes and knock them down. You've seen this season when he faces bottom 15 3-point defenses, he's over in 17 of his last 24. Bottom 10 3-point defenses, apparently worse, but that's just because a couple bad shooting games here against the Thunder, only 3 for 7 and stuff like that. Again, I really think you're going to see him attempt a ton of threes today. We've seen this season when he gets 8 or more, he's over in 71% of his last 24. When he gets 10 or more, he's over in 21 of 24. Let's hope to not make that 21 of 25 today. I really think it's a great spot for Malik Beasley to fire up some threes. Hopefully, Cade Cunningham is setting him up. We know the Pelicans recently just been packing the paint. I think you'll see a great volume day for Malik. Say a prayer that he knocks him down. I love his over in threes. If it doesn't cash and he shoots terribly, might be my last over in threes play on the season, but it's too good to pass up. At minus 128, I had to take it, see where it changes throughout the day. I'd play it, like I said, up to about minus 150, and then at that point, maybe look for a juice reducer or some other leg that you like, maybe in a parlay. Maybe think the Pistons win. You get the Pistons money line in there as well. Let's hope the Pelicans can keep that game close-ish. If they do, we'll see Malik play probably 32-ish minutes. Now, finally, we have to wrap up the day with our better slip of the day. As a reminder, yesterday, boom, we smacked. A reminder, Code SHOT, SHOT, $250 entry match. Take advantage. Here's the better slip, and it includes a couple plays that I really do like. Now you'll see 4 plays on here. They are all 4 plays I did not talk about in the video. They are 4 plays that have my sign of approval. I don't want to force a ton of action out there. And so these are 4 plays that I'm not necessarily playing as 1 unit plays. They're not the exclusive play in DubClub, but they are plays that I do like. First one, Zion to get 30.5 points plus assists. Zion doesn't pay when I take him as a straight bet. Maybe he can pay as a regular one. He torched the Pistons earlier just last week for 33. The assists aren't a great matchup, but he's really their only option on offense. CJ McCollum stinks. Jose Alvarado stinks. They need Zion to be aggressive. The Pistons also give up a ton of free throws, so look for Zion to be aggressive. Russell Westbrook, lower than 25.5 points plus assists. Terrible matchup for him. Only concern, and the reason I didn't make this an official play for Russ, is there is that non-zero chance that whose guys are probable, like Jamal Murray, get randomly ruled out, say, because the Nuggets do play tomorrow. That's why I didn't make an official play, but it does. If I had to make any of these an official play, that is the one. I would just want to make sure Jamal Murray and those guys are active. The next one, Derrick Jones Jr. to bang home 1-3. Great track record against the Thunder. And I'm going to be honest, they're going to need his defense out there against SGA. Chris Dunn's going to be in there, but DJJ played a whole playoff series against SGA. He has played a ton of minutes guarding Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You're going to need Derrick Jones Jr. out there. I think he gets a couple 3 opportunities. Hope he knocks him down. Good spot up opportunity for him. Last, like Bogdan Bogdanovic, lower than 10.5 points. Straight fade on Bogey. Again, I think you're needing the guys like Chris Dunn. You're going to need Derrick Jones Jr., Amir Coffey, those guys all to throw out there better defense against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Bogdan, has he been good recently? Yes. Has he been better with the Clippers? Yes. But with Norm Powell slowly starting to see more and more minutes, won't be shocked if Bogey starts to see his minutes slip a little bit. He still can get it done if you take his over. I just think it's a good spot to take the lower there. So $20 on that puppy turned into $200. A reminder, use code SHOT when you sign up for Betr. $250 entry match. I'll also be posting an Underdog fantasy entry on my Twitter or X at @CallOnOurShot. You can follow us there. As for our official picks, Alperen Sengun under in rebounds, Chet over points plus assists, Malik Beasley over in threes, plus our 4th play, which is our DubClub exclusive, which is a 1.5 unit play on an under in 3-pointers. I encourage you to check it out. My final thing, good chance I don't add any plays, but if you're here this long, I'll give you a little bit of a nugget. Here it is. If I had to add one more play, Russell Westbrook probably it. It's another guy. Austin, what are you doing? What the hell is Tualatin, Oregon? Yeah, I don't disagree with you. What the heck am I doing? You see, it's only 15 minutes away. Why is that? Well, if you go, let's click back a couple times. Peyton Pritchard's from Oregon, and we know the Celtics are a team that love to have some fun. And right now, you're seeing the Celtics as 7.5 point favorites. A little bit weird out in Portland. Wouldn't be shocked if guys get rested today and it becomes a Peyton Pritchard show. So I'm not necessarily betting it. I think I would rather bet it if you get a line before those guys get ruled out. But again, Celtics have already ruled out Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum's questionable. Kristaps is questionable. Wouldn't be shocked if those guys sit and they're just like, Peyton, go the heck and have some fun in your hometown. So again, I would try to secure the line earlier if they give you a line early. Like I said, if you could get like an 11.5 or 12.5 line before those guys get ruled out, I'd probably lock it in. I'm not sure he gets a line, though, until those guys are ruled in or out. But if he does, I might add it. That's the only guy that I'd consider. But again, my favorite picks, you already saw them on the screen. Let's have a day. Let's have a Sunday. I'll see you guys back again tomorrow with some more picks. See you guys bright and early on Monday. MLB starts Thursday. Get amped up. See you in the next one. Peace.